of the other questions that I thought was so good is, how do you decide what you share online and what you keep private? To be completely honest, this is definitely something over the years I've just become a lot more private. And you'll notice like a lot of your influencers, like a lot of your favorite influencers probably started out really, really open. And then closed off. And it's not a strategy, it's simply because sometimes the world and opinions and all the, all that sometimes makes you want to, the things that are important to you, you want to hold closer to you, and you want to have that be like your space, your like safe place, if you know what I mean? And so I think how you decide what you want to share is completely up to you. It's the boundaries that you decide to keep. For me, like, you guys, if I'm dating someone, you won't necessarily see that person's face. You know what I mean? Like, now eventually you may see whoever my husband is, you may see his face, but you're not going to probably see my boyfriend's face. Because that is a relationship, that is a place that I want to keep private. I've been sharing my life with you guys for years online, so there's some things that I want to keep like sacred, you know what I mean? Like, to just my personal life. I think another thing too is like, if it's something that you're gonna look back and be like, yo, I was oversharing, I was sharing from a place of trauma or whatever, I would not share that. I think also there's this thing that I heard from a pastor a while ago. It's Pastor Stephen Furtick, and he's talked about like sharing your scars, not your wounds. And what that simply means is like, once you've healed, then you can share that if you feel called to do that, if you feel like you want to do that. But don't share while you're still in the place of healing. You can film that content while you're in the place of healing, but maybe share it afterwards, just so it's something that you don't, now you don't have all the opinions while you're also still trying to heal. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah, just come up with your boundaries of what you want to share personally, what you don't. I will say, as a content creator, you do gotta share something, okay? You cannot just be super closed off, like, no, I'm just gonna talk about X. That is not going to build a personal brand that people want to follow and attach to and follow you with whatever content you create online, okay? You gotta be at least some level of vulnerable, some level of open, but then have your guardrails of what you do and don't talk about. You know what I mean? Like, or not even talk about, but what you do and don't show as well. Like, I don't necessarily show certain family members' faces. You know what I mean? Just because out of their personal preference, like, I decided to put my life online, they didn't, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, totally valid. So anyway, girl, that would be my answer to that, is like, you just have to decide like what you want out there. And something that a content creator that I just met, that we're now besties, girl, that also said, what she was saying, if you don't want people to talk about it, don't post about it. And I think that is a really good rule to go by, to know what you want to post about and what you want to share with the world. But again, there is a level of vulnerability that you do have to have online.